Hi, it's Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. Hey, we're coming here with another product. This is from n.ticware.com. That's en.ticware.com. And it's the Ticwatch. It's the personal assistant on your wrist. So this is one of these wearables that you can use. I've been really impressed with this, and I've seen a lot of wearables in my day that are just way overdone or way overthought or way too complex with all the stuff on them. And this makes a great complement for your mobile phone without trying to take over for your mobile phone and doing some of the simple basic tasks that you want to take and handle, and not trying to turn the watch into a whole giant computer or mobile phone, which I really, really like. The biggest problem I've had with a lot of wearables is if I want something that acts like my mobile phone, I'll use my mobile phone. It's usually in my other hand. So this watch, the Ticwatch 2 Classic, makes a beautiful addition to your phone without becoming the mobile watch, if you will. So it's got very simple features that it can take and do, and it does them very well. It's got unlimited watch faces, notifications and apps, hand-free phone calls. It's even got a tickle strip down the side where you can use it like a mouse to scroll up and down. And you can ask more of Tico. You can say, okay, Tico, and it will take and respond to you. You can do all your basic stuff that you want to take and do, view reply to messages on Android, and everything's easy to read on the watch. It's got a beautiful, clear readout. It's got quick cards where you can easily check your heart rate, control your music, even check the weather using gestures or a simple swipe from the top. And quick cards give you recent searches and OK Tico and more. The notifications are very easy to read, and you can, of course, click on them to open them on your phone. If you see something, you can delete messages or delete emails right from your watch. Voice reply to messages. So how about that? On Android only, you can take and use the OK Tico voice assistant to reply voice to text. Very cool and neat that way. And of course, you can set reminders, notifications, calendar appointments without even touching the screen, and respond to text messages. Pretty simple and easy to do. This thing is pretty rich for as simple as it is. It's got hands-free phone calls where you can basically flick your wrist to answer or make phone calls while driving even. You just flick your wrist and you can talk through your watch. It uses built-in speakers and a microphone to answer the call. You can use the flip gesture to activate voice assistants and search for information without taking your hands off the wheel. So you've got something where you don't have to look down at your phone, and you can be able to answer calls, take calls, etc., etc. Pretty simple and easy. It's beautifully designed, and it's definitely, well, it's very simplistic. It's definitely elegant looking and beautiful. It doesn't seem cheap or tinny in any way, shape, or form. It feels like a nice, rich phone. The tickle side strip that's down the side is a patented touch notification strip, which allows you to have control of the watch without blocking the screen. You can scroll through notifications, menus, even check calendar events and details, all using just touching the side. This is even cooler. It's made of sapphire glass on the cover for onyx, so you don't have to worry about scratches. It's got 400 by 400 AMOLED screen with medical grade stainless steel built into it, and the screen lit always on mode. Basically gives you a sort of half lit sort of screen, and then when you click on it, it activates. You can always see where your battery is, steps you've taken, etc., etc., and you can switch between a whole host of different watch screens, if you will. And then on the back, it's got a unit that can measure your heart rate, so you can keep track of that as well as your steps and be able to always, know what's going on with your heart. That's always good to know. It will even pair with different apps like Strata or some of the other ones that are out there where you can take and pair with them, Google Fit, and it will transmit the data to them as well. Very simple, easy to use. It's water resistant IP65, and it works off their OS. We've gotten about 2 or 3 updates since we got the watch, so they actively are updating the OS and adding new features, apps, etc., etc. Rich selection of app faces, and they even have a little store you can go to order more faces or more little apps if you want in addition to that. You can use this with your iOS. It's got built-in sensors, which are dynamic optical heart rate sensor, accelerator sensor, gyroscope, and GLONASS sensors and GPS. And pretty simple and easy to do. Memory is 512 megabytes RAM and 4 gigabytes ROM, and it's got a 1.2 gigahertz dual core processor inside it with Bluetooth 4.1. I really loved it. I had a great time with it, and it's probably one of the few units that I've actually loved that's a wearable, because it's so simplistic. It doesn't turn into this hugely complex thing and over complex notifications and bings and whistles from everything. You get your notifications from your phone, but you're not dealing with all this craziness that can go on with phones that are overbuilt when they do photos and videos, and they don't even do good photos. So the great thing I like about this, it's very simple and easy to use, and it works great with your phone as a complement instead of trying to replace it. So I'd highly, highly recommend it. This one we got, they have one that's called the Ticwatch Active. This one's the Ticwatch Classic. You can check it out on their website at n.ticware.com. That's en.ticware.com, and I highly recommend it. I really, really enjoyed the phone, and it was very simple and easy to use, and it just did a great job. So be sure to check it out. Tell them Chris Voss sent you. Chris Voss tested, Chris Voss approved. Be sure to check in often.